Logan, dare I say it, the Manning Bowl. Colts, Broncos, Week 2 NFL football at Lucas Oil Stadium. Peyton Manning was in our stadium. He was in Lucas Oil for Jim Irsay's Ring of Honor. Will he be in
Yes,
the
he
stadium
was.
again Week 2? We don't know. We will find out. But the Colts are taking on the Denver Broncos. We're here to break it down for you. It's going to be a very exciting game, right? It's a team that we saw just play the Titans and struggled to beat the Titans. It came down to essentially like the last 2 possessions or so. I am excited for this team after this throttling of the Miami Dolphins. So I'm very excited to see the Colts continue that success. But Logan, do you think the Colts are going to be able to do that against this Denver
Mm.
team, against this Denver defense? What are your thoughts?
So I don't think they're going to be able to continue it, of course, at the level that they did it against the Dolphins, only because nothing to do with my lack of confidence in the old Indiana Jones and the offensive weapons for the Colts, but I'm more turning my attention to the other team in that Denver Broncos defense. The Denver Broncos, that defense is legit. There's no other way to say it. They are the real deal. I personally believe that they are, if not the best defense in the NFL, they are certified and bona fide top three
Mm-hmm.
for sure. I don't think there's any argument there. They have the reigning defensive player, of course, of the year, and Patrick Surtain, who can basically shut down any player that he shadows for the entirety of a game. I mean, if you got PS2 on you, don't start him in fantasy, guys. Do not put that player on your fantasy team. So
Don't
Michael
throw him the
Pittman
ball.
owners this week, you might need to bench him if you got him. You might need to bench him if you got him because PS2 he's not letting anybody get open on him.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, so a little worried there, but I will say I did see a little tweet of yours that I liked, Mr.
Mm.
Oberoi. I
Mm.
liked your tweet about Jonathan Taylor potentially coming out for his revenge game. I think that is one of the only ways and one of the only game plans to beat this Denver Broncos team. I think their secondary is so good and their defensive line is unbelievable. They're going to be able to get after Daniel Jones a little bit more than what the Dolphins were. I firmly believe that. Rattle him up a little bit, shake him up a little bit. Hand that ball to Jonathan Taylor, man. Let him redeem himself from last year. Let him go for 2 hundo. Let him go
Yeah.
for 185 and 2 touchdowns, man. I think that is the game plan for Jonathan Taylor. He was used a decent amount, I would say, in the first game against the Dolphins. They definitely didn't completely give up on the run game. Not sure
He
how many
got injured. So they took him
did
out.
he?
And
I do
then
remember that. Yeah, he got banged up a
yeah.
little bit, and fortunately, it was that ankle again a little bit. I believe, if I'm not mistaken,
No, I
right?
think it was a neck injury. He got hit in the neck a
Okay,
little
thank
bit.
God.
But
Oh yeah.
they said we were up too much. He could have came back in. They were just up too much.
Okay,
He could
good.
get into
I remember
carries.
exactly
So
what player you're talking about, where he like went down like this and got like hit
yeah,
on the
exactly.
back of the shoulder pad. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think, as long as he's fully healthy, yeah, you got to give him the rock. Got to give him the
I
football
mean,
because if you're going to take advantage of this Denver defense, I gotta think that the way you're gonna do it, it's gotta be on the ground game. I don't think you wanna challenge the Denver Broncos, uh, defensive line and their secondary. That scares me a little bit. So
you still gotta throw the ball, right, to win the game, I think.
for sure.
Like
Yeah, yeah.
Steichen said it too when he first came here. You score throw the ball to win to score points, you run the ball to win the game. So, like, you gotta score in the air as well. But I think we ran the ball all over him last year, like, with AR and with Jonathan Taylor.
Really?
Like, it was just a complete fest on the ground. And if it wasn't for that fumble, at the 1-yard line, which, by the way, we still haven't seen a pile on cam to see if he actually fumbled it or not, but we'll give it we're moved on 1 year later. We'll give it to the Broncos. Um they ran all over them. So if it wasn't for that fumble, I think the Colts win that game. So I think this is going to be a revenge game. But once again, this just the tonality of this team just feels a lot different. Where they're just ready for it. We're doing it for Irsay. We're going to play as a collective. We're going to come in and we're going to in Lucas Oil. We're going to beat the Broncos because we weren't able to do it
Mm,
last season. But we're a different team now. It just feels different. Maybe it's because we're 1-0 and we beat a shitty Dolphins team. They had a good offense, but shitty Dolphins team, or whatever it may be. But it just feels different. Now, at the time of recording this, we're recording this on September 10th, so Wednesday. Charvarius Ward still hasn't practiced this week because of a concussion, so
Ooh,
not
he's not gonna
having your
play.
DB1, yeah, not having your DB1. But once again, this is a 3 PM game, 4 PM game, right? So it's an afternoon game. I don't know if that has much impact 3 hours later, but not having Ward is a little scary because you got the undrafted
Yeah,
guy Edwards. Picked up like another guy
pe
or two, so a little
people
concerning.
say to that point, it's often said if a player doesn't practice on Wednesday, even a light
Mm,
practice, it's almost a guaranteed lock that they're probably not gonna play on Sunday because Wednesday is kind of the full ramp up day.
yeah,
I would be pretty shocked if Ward is out there on Sunday, considering did he practice today?
no, nope.
Okay, yeah,
He was
yeah.
on street clothes, just
I would
watching.
not count on him being out there on Sunday, to be
Well,
honest.
luckily, it's like, the Broncos offense is obviously good. Like, Bo Nix is it's not bad. He
Mhm.
had his flaws. I think we have a year of game tape now on Bo Nix, and the Titans defense is pretty good, which is why he struggled. But the Colts defense is just as good as well. And their passing game, the Broncos passing game, outside the Cortland Sutton, it's a bunch of younger guys that are out there to kind of prove themselves, right? Marvin Mims,
Yeah,
Pat Bryant, Troy Franklin. Um, so that's the nice thing is that, like, I don't think their passing attack, I might eat my words. I don't think their passing attack is as good as, the Dolphins is, in my opinion. So maybe we're fine there on the defensive side of the ball. Or yeah, on the defensive side of the ball without Travarius Ward, and our D line just gets to Bo Nix, makes him feel uncomfortable. Lou Anarumo continues his path of good defense, bringing blitzes, mixing up blitzes, mixing up coverages. Um, but we'll see. Time will tell. This is a
that's
really good team.
that's kinda what I was thinking on the Lou Anarumo front. I feel like he's gonna have to really, once again, call a masterful game. He really is, especially in a time like this where the Colts are a little short-handed in the secondary with injuries. I think he's gonna have to get really creative on the defensive side of the football and kinda go all out really as far as sending blitzers, like you mentioned, doing like, sending, some of your defensive linemen back, into coverage. They're gonna have to mix things up because
Yeah.
they're gonna need help in the defensive secondary or they're gonna get eaten alive back there for sure, so
So I think it was like week 3 or 4 last season, and then it was also like week 3 or 4 of the season prior. The Colts played last season. The Colts played the Steelers in Lucas Oil, and the year
yeah.
before that, the Colts played the Broncos like week 4 or something like that in Lucas Oil. And both of these teams were the number one ranked defense at the time. And Shane Steichen absolutely cut into them. Like, the play calling was
Yeah,
phenomenal. So
yeah.
I'm kind of thinking same, and we lost the Broncos game because some stupid ref. We beat the Steelers with Joe Flacco after Anthony Richardson got injured. But this feels like very eerie. Like, it just feels like it's just foreshadowing something where, we've dealt with this situation before. Shane Steichen is masterful on the offensive side of the ball when it comes to play calling. He has a capable quarterback that can take the checkdowns, is accurate enough, will make the
Mm.
throws, is coming off a great game. Could this be the case again? Could this be week 2 against the number 1 defense be the 2024-2023 version of the Browns and the Steelers? Right?
Yeah,
And
that's a good point. I really do like the fact that you mentioned of the Colts having a quarterback now. I texted you this too during the game. The Colts have a quarterback now that is not afraid to take the check down. In fact,
yeah,
I would argue he probably prefers the check down. He's more of a 5 yard, 7 yard type
he goes through his
thrower.
reads, which is good.
He
He
really
can hit them.
does, yeah, and he goes through the progressions pretty quickly.
Hmm.
So I do think that against the Denver Broncos, again, if you look at last season, Anthony Richardson, he definitely tried to force the ball down the field a little bit, and they got a little wild with their play calling. If you remember the Adonai Mitchell
Yeah.
reverse play, they pulled
Nick
out all the
Benito still
stops.
haunts me. Still
Yeah,
haunts
yeah,
me.
yeah. I'm like, they pulled out all the stops last year, so I agree with you. I think Steichen probably will remember that, and hopefully he knows he probably needs to dial it down a little bit, especially having Daniel Jones as your quarterback now. Dial it
You don't want a
down.
Tyler Warren passing touchdown against the Broncos?
Hey,
I'm just
now's
kidding.
the time to get the Tyler Warren fullback touchdown. All right,
Fullback touchdown, yeah, now's the
let's
time.
get that out of the way first. Then we'll work
Yeah,
on the
that's fair.
passing touchdowns. But no,
Right
for real, I
there.
think, Daniel Jones' strengths, like you mentioned, are those check downs and getting the ball out to this quick read, so I look for Josh Downs to have a good game. I wanna see him have a bounce back game. Didn't really get the ball a lot to him. He just wasn't a
When he
major
did, he caught
part
it.
of
He wasn't
when he
yeah,
did, he caught it,
exactly.
yeah, for sure. I mean, he's a
Exactly.
surefire thing. But yeah, just didn't get, the ball thrown his way very much against the Dolphins. It was going all over the field. I look for, again, like I said, Jonathan Taylor to have a good game, and I think I liked some of the flashes that I saw from DJ Giddens. Maybe get him going a little bit out of the
Yeah,
backfield, a
get him
couple
involved.
swing routes, get him out in space,
Yeah.
because you're gonna need to take those short little intermediate routes and those short little 5-yard routes against a team, like I said, that has a guy like Patrick Surtain. So,
Yeah. I think this game is gonna be dependent on who can make the opposing quarterback make the most mistakes. Because I think the
ooh,
Denver
yeah, I like
Broncos
that.
defense is really good, right? Number 1 defense in the NFL. The Colts are up there as well. I think they have the capability, if they can stay healthy, to finish as a top 5 defense in the NFL as well. And Bo Nix struggled last year or last, week against the Titans, who are also a very good defense, and Daniel Jones performs at a high level against a very subpar Dolphins defense, but this is a real task for him now. This Denver defense is no joke. They're going to get at you. Nick Bonito is very good. Their secondary with PS2 is very good. They just got dogs all over the place. So who's going to make the mistakes first and who's going to capitalize on them? I think that's
Mm.
going to end up being the winner of this game.
Yeah, and last year, if you remember to your point, Bo Nix had plenty of mistakes last year against the Colts, plenty of interceptions. I believe he threw
Yep.
3, right? 3
Two or
interceptions
three.
last year
Yeah.
against 2 or 3,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
But the
he's
Colts made the biggest one,
capable.
the pick six, Nick
Yeah,
Bonito.
yeah.
So,
He's
and AR
capable,
had a
though,
pick
you're
too.
right. Like, Bo Nix is one of those quarterbacks where if you get him out of his rhythm early, he will turn the ball over, like, he will give you the ball. It's very
Yeah.
similar to Daniel Jones, actually, so I love that you said that. I believe that. I think if you can rattle whatever quarterback gets rattled first, like you said, basically, whatever quarterback throws that huge interception first or that big turnover first, I think there's a really solid chance whoever wins the turnover battle is probably going to win this game.
Yeah. Completely
That's
agree
it's
there.
just one of those. It's just one of those when you have a defense like the Broncos in town. You don't want to turn the ball over. You don't wanna
Yeah.
turn the ball over because you might not give very many chances to drive down the
Exactly.
field and get into scoring position like they did against the Dolphins. You need to capitalize on all
Yeah.
of those red zone opportunities. Do not turn the ball over.
And these are the games you need to win. You're in Lucas Oil Stadium. You're at home. Defend your home. And then secondly, you're playing an AFC team. I know it's not an AFC South team, but come playoff time, which I think this team has a chance to make the playoffs, whether they're sitting at 9-8, 10-7, 11-6. These
Right.
games matter against AFC
Mm.
opponents specifically. So you start 2-0 against two AFC teams in the NFL. It's a
It's a good
really good
start.
position to be in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really and your
2-0.
chances I think are. I
When's
don't
the
know what
last
the
time Yeah, I was
that
gonna
we were
say, like,
two and
when's the
zero.
last time the Colts have even started 2-0? I can't even remember.
2013 or earlier, right?
It's
It has
gotta
to be
be
2013 or
2013 or
earlier.
earlier, yeah.
Last time we won game 1, so it
That's
was
crazy to
2013.
think, bro. It's been a minute
And it
since
can
they even
happen.
started tuna.
It's gonna be nationally televised, obviously, all NFL games are, but it's gonna be kind of a standalone, right? Because it's 4 p.m. slot, and so there's only 3 games going on at the time. So, I think a lot of people are gonna watch this game because it's gonna be very good. Um, just win the turnover battle, Indianapolis
Mm.
Colts. Win this game because it is very important. Your playoff chances jumped from 34% to 60% last week. You win this game, I could see 60 to 65, 60 to 70, somewhere in that range because you took down 2 AFC teams at home. I don't want to
Oh
get
my
ahead of
dear
myself. I'm getting really
oh my
excited.
dear God, I was gonna say, oh my dear God, here we are, on Colts Unplugged Pod, going into week 2, and we're talking about playoffs?
NFL playoffs. NFL playoffs?
Playoffs?
That meme
They're
is
gonna be like,
great.
these fucking homers, these
These
homers, man,
fools.
these
Mhm.
fools. But
Let's
anyways,
get in score
we're a Colts
predictions.
podcast first. Let's get into score predictions. What do you got?
I have the Indianapolis Colts. I had them losing on my preseason matchup. I had them beating the Dolphins, right? And then I had them
That
losing
was
to the
before you knew
Broncos.
Daniel Jones was
That was
God.
before I knew Daniel Jones was the second coming of Danny Manning. Okay, I didn't realize that.
Exactly,
I didn't
exactly. That was
realize
before
Daniel
it.
Jones was Danny Manning. I didn't realize he was better than Arch
Apology
Manning.
accepted. Apology
Yeah,
accepted.
dude.
You know.
I'm sorry to everyone. Sorry to everyone on Colts Twitter. My apologies. Daniel Jones,
You should
QB1.
just turn your Colts Twitter into a Daniel Jones fan account
Yeah,
now
just
instead
fan
of an
account.
Anthony. Just totally backtrack. Just totally
But
back.
I wanna remind everyone, Colts fan first. I've said this on Twitter every single time.
He
I
did. He
want
did.
AR
He
to
did.
succeed, but I am a Colts fan
Yeah,
first. I'm gonna root for whoever
we
whoever is leading the charge.
we did say that.
Give me the Indianapolis Colts to win this game 28-24, defeating the Denver Broncos.
28 on their heads, dude. On the Denver Broncos heads. Oh
On
my
their heads.
god.
Just like we did to the
Oh
Steelers,
my
number 1 defense,
god.
just like we did to the Browns in 2022 and 2023. On their heads, 28-24. Daniel Jones goes 2-0 for the first time since before 2013 for the Indianapolis Colts. Get done,
Jesus.
baby. Come on.
I'm
Come on.
Look, man, if Steichen pulls that off, putting 28 on the Broncos' heads, he might have saved
What
his
was the
job
score
in week
last season?
2. In week 2. Crazy.
I gotta I gotta look up the score last season because I don't
Last
remember.
season, I think it was
31-13.
24,
Wow, we got
31-13.
smacked. Yep, we got
Well,
smacked.
yeah, because we were about to go up, to like 20-7 or whatever. Yeah, 21-7.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
What about
so,
you?
man, that's tough. 28's tough for me. I'm gonna probably get on their heads. I'm gonna go I'm gonna go a little bit more conservative because I did say that the Colts would beat the Denver Broncos in my early prediction. I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna be a man of my
Hmm,
word,
I
you
am
know?
not.
No, I'm just kidding. We give him a pass
Just
because
kidding.
like we said, no one knew Daniel Jones was gonna do that. Not even Daniel
Even
Jones did.
Daniel Jones homers. Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
he
gonna
he
say.
he didn't even know he was gonna do that. He was like, "Wait, what?"
Daniel Jones like,
Uh,
"Huh?
he's like,
Me?
"What are you
I just
talking
did that?"
what are you talking about?" But yeah, I'm gonna go a little bit lower scoring. Let's go 21 to
17,
21 to
18,
18.
19?
Yeah, 21-18.
Okay, okay. 3-point game.
Yeah.
3-point what are the Colts? They're I
21-18,
believe.
Spencer Schrader, game-winning field goal from
Oh!
46 yards out.
Matt Gay who? Matt Gay who? So,
46
the
yarder on their heads. Bang!
the Colts are
Bang!
okay, the Broncos are minus 1.5 point favorites right
Oh,
now.
hell, bro, who Vegas, you tripping. You're tripping at
Fuck you,
home?
Vegas.
They
Fuck
didn't
you,
even
Vegas,
give they
you
didn't even give
bitch.
the Colts the -1 at home?
No, we are plus 1.5. Underdogs, plus 114. Take the plus money. This is not gambling advice.
Disrespectful.
Take the plus money.
Disrespectful, bro, disrespectful.
Come on,
The
Vegas.
Broncos barely beat the Titans last week, guys.
Good
Come
defense, but
on
he
now.
struggled. Bo Nix fucking struggled.
Yeah,
I think
yeah, yeah.
they're probably taking into account Travarius Ward is probably half a point. Has to be.
Yeah, you're not wrong,
You
yeah.
know, no
Because
DB1.
I am a little worried because the Colts in the past, they have struggled with those premier number 1 wide receivers that are a little bit taller. If you like,
Yeah,
they have haunted us for decades, guys like that. Like, exactly like
Cortland
Courtland
Sutton,
Sutton just whew,
Troy
he
Franklin,
could go off. I'm not gonna lie to you guys,
Matt
if you
Bryant.
got Courtland Sutton on your fantasy team, which I do, I'm sorry, but I'm starting him this week because he just might go
Listen,
off.
I'm starting RJ Harvey and I'm starting Nick Benito in my IDP league. So you go off all you want as long as the Colts win. I don't give a
No,
fuck.
stay away from Danny. Stay away from
Yeah, stay away
Indiana
from Danny.
Jones, Nick
Stay away
Bonito.
from him. Let's be up like 30-0 again, and then they can just
Don't
do whatever they
touch
want. Okay.
my Pookie like that, man.
My Prince?
My
Damn, you should turn
Prince.
into a fan. You should be pro fan Daniel. That should be
No,
that's
Pro
what you
Fan
should turn
Dan, dude.
into.
Pro Fan Dan. Pro Fan
Pro
Dan.
fan Dan. Bro, that's
Pro
perfect.
Fan Dan.
You heard it here,
Welcome
folks.
back
Pro fan
to
Dan on
Pro
all
Fan Dan.
socials. On all socials. Pro fan Dan, bro.
Pro Fan Dan. All right, guys. Well, I really hope that we're still smiling and laughing like this after after the Colts versus Broncos
Pro fan Dan,
this
dude. I'm gonna
Sunday
be
at
dying.
4:25. Let's go. Profan Logan, aka Profan Dan, is all in on the Daniel Jones hype train. Follow us on all
And
socials.
and, and,
Hit that
and
subscribe button.
drop your socials. Drop your score predictions below, please. Colts fans.
Peace. Go Colts.
Peace.